Well, I hope you're enjoying being cooped up with one another. I know that sometimes that can be quite a strain. I know there was a lady that said, you know, I'm around my husband all the time now, but I still miss him. But my aim is getting better. Well, anyway, I hope things are going okay for you in your household. And let's especially be mindful of those who really don't have anybody with them and they're just all cooped up. So let's keep them in mind and see what we can do to maybe make things a little bit better for them. Stay in touch somehow. Well, remember, Jesus said he was the fulfillment of the law and that everything really starts inside the heart. And if there is love in your heart for people, then you're not going to have any trouble fulfilling God's word. Well, Jesus is talking about murder here in Matthew chapter 5. And he says, you've heard that the ancients were told, you shall not commit murder, and whoever commits murder shall be liable to the court. But I say to you that everyone who is angry with his brother shall be guilty before the court, and everyone who says to his brother, you good for nothing, shall be guilty before the Supreme Court, and whoever says, you fool, shall be guilty enough to go into the fiery hell. Notice, those were not said about people, those were said to people. In other words, Jesus was saying angry words that are said to somebody with the intention of hurting that person. You know, you can murder with your mouth. You don't have to club somebody or stab somebody or shoot somebody. You can just say the right things and just destroy people. And Jesus was saying the attitude is really what it's all about. It goes down to what's inside the heart. But, you know, you think about murders, and Jesus was saying, you know, if you can nip it in the bud before the hatred festers and grows, then you're not going to follow through by harming somebody physically. But think about how many murders, especially those of you that are involved in police work maybe, how many murders begin with harsh words. And then the harsh words get worse, and then they fester, and then physical activity follows that. And so if it could be handled on the word level or even farther down than that on the heart level, that's where it needs to be done. Jesus said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And so you could pretty well test yourself, your attitude, if you could ask yourself, how do I talk to particular people? Do I use harsh words? Or do I use words that minister the grace of God? Well, stifle the hate. How do you do that? Well, first of all, if you're guilty of bitterness or hatred, you need to be honest about it. And don't say that you love God if you hate somebody. Listen to 1 John 4:20. If anyone says, I love God, and he hates his brother, he's a liar. For the one who does not love his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen? Well, how do you stifle the hate? First, you got to call it what it is. You got to confess it and be honest to God. Ask him to deliver you from that, to take that from you, and commit yourself to miraculously, by the grace of God, love somebody. Remember the new covenant, that love is available, but it's supernatural. It comes from Jesus. You can't muster it up yourself. That's all I got to say to you. God bless you. I'm done.